Welcome to a Nonsense Wars production. Today's video features my Clockwork Shooter GBC module, which, as far as I know, is an original. The inspiration for this mechanism came from a Connects roller coaster set of the same name, which uses a rotating arm to push a car up a track. There is nothing particularly clockwork about this mechanism, but I nonetheless wanted to try making a GBC with the same concept. The shooter took a very long time to develop, not because of difficulty with the shooting mechanism, but with the loading mechanism. In the final design, a two-step stepper with a ramp loads the shooter, but originally, in order to cut some length off of what was looking like a very long module, I wanted the loader placed entirely over the bottom arc of the shooting arm. A very flat mechanism was required to fit above the arm, but below the 10 brick input height, and to that extent, I built a gate system with the cranks to the side rather than below. The two narrow gates in front control the flow of the balls, while the two wide gates in back agitate the hopper. It took a lot of tries to make these gates work, but even then, I couldn't solve what I consider its fatal flaw. Because the gates go sideways, there is always a chance for a ball to jam between the gate and the wall, and there is no way to recover from that automatically. The hopper also needs an odd shape to accommodate the gates, which makes it very ugly. Thus, after working on the gates for quite some time, I finally gave up on saving those 10-ish studs of length and built the current stepper, a much simpler, much more conventional, and most importantly, much more reliable loader. Now we can look at the shooter, which is just a spinning beam. Because the outside of the arm travels faster than the inside at a given rotational speed, balls accelerate as they move up the ramp and along the length of the beam. A 9-volt freestyle motor powers the arm at a 1 to 3 reduction through a clutch gear. I chose this motor because I like using weird motors, but also because it has studs on the top and a low output speed, minimizing the need for external support and gearing. The clutch gear is there not because the loader can jam, but because it's easy to get hit by the shooter while poking around the thing. The loader is synchronized such that the second step reaches the top of its travel at the same time the arm reaches 12 o'clock, right after launching a ball, giving plenty of time for the next ball to roll down the ramp before getting shot. The loader is of course driven at 1-to-1, such that it steps one ball every time the shooter makes one revolution. The third part of the module is the quote-unquote goal at the top of the ramp, where the shooter will occasionally score. It's completely random when it scores, and misses are much more common than goals, though A, I think this is a good thing, and B, the basket can be adjusted. I believe the variance in shooting performance mostly comes from backlash in the arm, even though I've tried to limit it by using the knob gears and a single reduction stage. Finally, the wheels at the bottom of the machine are not there for rolling, they are friction pinned into the base such that the module doesn't move, as wandering modules often lead to ball spills. On that note, this is the end of the video, so have a nice day.